Look at my GOAT. He is so heated at this team. He is so over this organization. He is just so over this. Look at how he looks back at Moses Moody for that stupid foul. Look at him. He looked back at him like, you moron. He is so done with this team, bro. They are failing this guy. He's averaging 29 this season, and they're 13 and 15. Bro, he is so heated. At this point, I just sound like a broken record. This roster is absolutely terrible. What can I say that I haven't already said 100 times? If this team has needed a center, Quinton Post is awful. He goes 3 of 14. But worst of all, for a guy named Post, he couldn't guard a snail in the paint. They needed a center. This summer, there was two great centers available in DeAndre Ayton and Miles Turner. You end up with old man Horford, who not even the Celtics wanted back. They could have got him for a minimum $3 million, and they said, we're done with you. Plays maybe 20% of the games, is a liability on both ends of the court, couldn't make a basket to save his life, couldn't guard anyone to save his life. Then you look at the rest of the team, and it's just like, you drafted so poorly, and that's on Bob Myers. You drafted Wiseman over LaMelo, over Tyrese, over Toppin, over Halliburton, over trading picks for Anthony Edwards. Fine, everybody messes once, I guess, which is crazy because this team doesn't value centers anymore. Then you have 7th pick and the 14th pick. At 7, you miss poorly. You get Jonathan Kuminga, who, let's be honest, he's not a starter in this league. Who's drafted 8? Franz Wagner. It's crazy, I know this off the top of my head, who's a stud, averaging 25, an all-star on the season. Well, you have the 14th pick. You draft Moses Moody, who again is not a starter in this league. You can argue these guys would be out the league if it wasn't for Golden State. And you know who's drafted after him? Şengün, who's also an all-star in this league. It just gets to a point where you're Joe Lacob, this is on you because your ego is really big. You refused to throw in Pajemski in a trade where all Ainge wanted was Pajemski, Moody, and a first-round pick. Now you can't even afford Laurie because he signed a max. Also, Danny Ainge wants 4 first-round picks and whatever assortment of players he wants. There's just so many mistakes, and this roster is awful. What made Golden State so great is their bench was filled with players who could start for any team. You look at the one year they won, David Lee off the bench, an all-star coming off the bench, a former all-star. Then you have Mo Spates off the bench. They called him Mo Buckets for a reason. You look at Sean Livingston. He could be a starter point guard for any team who doesn't have a superstar point guard. He was automatic from the mid-range. And I didn't even mention the Barbosas of the world who are automatic from 3. You're just failing, my GOAT. You really are. And Jimmy Butler was phenomenal tonight, 31 points. But it's crazy how the standards have changed. Where the second option on a team, you get to 31, and it's like, I'm supposed to glaze a guy who gets 35 times a year max. If that's the case, Austin Reeves should have got a max over Jimmy Butler then. And he's the third option, realistically, on that team, especially with LeBron coming back. If I told you Jimmy Butler and Luka Doncic, Luka had 45 tonight, making the exact same money, which is max contract money. You think that's right? You think they were able to surround Luka Doncic with LeBron James for the same price point? Luka Doncic had a 45-point triple-double. 45. 11 rebounds, 14 assists. Oh, and he had 5 steals.